FloridaHSFootball.com here at the 2017 Ocala High School Football Media Day. We got Ocala Westport in the house, the Wolfpack of Ocala Westport. Coach Franklin here with Tavares Marks, linebacker. Coach Franklin, man, 4-5 last year, so you're starting to the improvements are starting to happen at Westport, and I think y'all have had a busy off season, especially this summer. Kind of just give us a little insight. What's going over there on the west side of Ocala?
Yeah, man, we've like you said, 4-5, probably underachieved. I've been reminded that a couple times today through the various media outlets. We lost 3 games in the fourth quarter that we should have won. Whatever. But, yeah, no, it's been a really good offseason for us. Good summer, productive summer. We've done a couple 7-on-7 camps. We've had some really good success doing that. Had a lot of guys who were zoned for Westport decide to come back to Westport, which always helps when you get to play with your own players. So we're looking forward to it. We got a good group of guys coming back, a good core, especially on the defensive side, and we got a good influx of people that are really going to help us out. And I think the expectations this year should be to, we should be in the mix. We should be right there for the district championship and compete for the playoff spot.
And speaking of such, though, the way that's going to happen is some of your players here. Let's talk about some of them, and especially let's start off with Tavares. So, we'll talk about him a little bit and talk about your other players that you brought today.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
What about Tavares? What should we know about him?
He's a hard-working kid, and he's a tough kid. He's a kid that, he's one of those kids. Back when I was coaching college, we had a coach talk about, he wanted players that, if he had to walk down an alleyway, those are the type of players he wants. Tavares is one of those kids. If you want to if you're going to have to get in a fight, Tavares is one of those kids. He's a tough kid. He's a kid that's going to work hard, and he's a kid that's going to have your back. And he's a kid that's always remained loyal, and he's a kid that's dependable. So, I'll go to war with him.
I mean, you go to war with him?
That's my coach, man.
Listen, I got a bunch of sons, and this is one of my oldest ones right here.
Tavares, let's talk a little bit about what are your expectations and what are your goals for this season? And
my expectation for this season is to go playoff. We're trying to go big or go home. That's what it is. This is my last year, and I plan on going as far as I can, making a new change in Westport. And that's what I plan on doing.
I mean, that sounds like you got a plan there a little bit, but, going through some of your other players that you brought here, Coach, kind of a little insight about what we should expect.
This group of seniors is my first class of freshmen at Westport. And one thing I've told everybody, and I remind these guys daily, is I told these kids when they got there that this would be the class that changes Westport. This would be the class, because when I got there, I was the third coach in 6 months. I'm
a lot of people, basically.
I'm already the second longest tenured coach in school history. But this group of seniors has been there since I've been there, and we've been through it thick and thin. And they've stayed loyal to the program. They've stayed loyal to each other, and so this is the payoff year for these guys. The guys I brought here today, obviously, we have Tavares, Rashard Anderson, who's probably, in my opinion, one of the best D linemen in this area, not only in Marion County but in North Central Florida. Just needs to work on consistency with his motor, but he's a kid who can make plays. He's great against the run. He's got ridiculously good hands in the pass rush. He's a good leader up front. Tavares obviously helps both linebacker and defensive end and excels at both positions. Reggie Ledgers are going to be our starting running back this year. He steps in for Cam Duncan, who since went to UNC Charlotte, signed a scholarship up there and is going to do big things. Reggie steps in, and Reggie's probably one of the hardest working kids I've had in 4 years. Each one of these kids are sitting here today outside of the pansy quarterback. They're all really hard-working kids. Reggie is he's going to earn everything that he's got, and he's waited. He's been patient. He's worked hard for his time. Now it's his time, and he's going to do big things. In spring game he ran for 180 yards on 9 carries, 2 touchdowns. Had another big catch and run. So we expect big things out of him. Vernon Charles, the corner that we have here today. 2-year starter, really good ball skills. We are going to have a really good defense this year is our expectation, and Vernon is going to be a big part of that, leading that back into the secondary. He's an incredibly intelligent kid. He knows the defense. He knows how to get guys lined up. And all of these guys that we brought here today have a good leadership. They lead by example, and, they have that ability. And then the youngest one we brought, Brian Maurer, is our returning quarterback. This will be the first year since I've been there that we've had a quarterback come back who was an actual quarterback who had starting experience. Every year we've been there, we've had a wide receiver that's had to do it. But now, Brian's got a year of starting experience under his belt. He's second year in the system. He knows it. He's got all the athletic ability and the physical tools that you could ask for, and I think he's going to do an extremely good job and build on the production that he had last year. Last year in Marion County, he led the county in passing yards. Not too many people realize that, and regular season, and I think he'll continue to do that this year because he's going to have a really good, talented group of wide receivers. A couple guys that we had coming back, and we had some guys move in because a lot of guys want to play with Brian, and so they were zoned to Westport. They come to Westport and they're ready to play with him. So,
I mean, and looking at and all that, you just went through all the players here, but now the other focus on the whole season is the change in the playoff system, because now it's district champions still guaranteed the playoff spot. Now the runner-up spot, now it's wide open. Wide open. Y'all are in the 17 districts, District 7A4, which is mostly all Orlando area schools. Yep. Y'all are like the outsiders of Ocala, and then you got East Ridge. But looking at that, when you heard about the point system coming about, with all that coming together, what was your thoughts on that? Because hey, your 6 of your games are already slotted with district games.
Yeah, it's tough.
You're having to figure out, okay, how am I going to get 4 of the games to get my points somewhere where I may be in contention for a 5 through 8 seed if you don't win the district?
Well, first and foremost, we need to just win the district.
That's a goal for everybody.
I know, but I'm just putting that out, and that's what we need to do. We need to just win. We need to win the district.
I'm sure Tavares is agreeing on that. Win the district. That's what you want, right?
We need to win the district, and it's going to be tough. I mean, we haven't, Ocoee's the returning district champ. They're extremely talented. East Ridge has always got kids, and Coach Pierre does a good job with those guys. And then Haggerty's always been the big dog on the block since the district was formed. They're big, physical, old smash mouth football. But with the schedule wise, I mean, we knew going, with the point change, and with what we already have in the district, plus the games that we had to play in county, really, we just need to handle our business. Point system, district, doesn't matter. As long as we win games, it'll take care of itself. And that's what we need to do.
Wow. Well, hey, you got to take care of business. That's what it starts. That's coming up pretty quickly.
We find out soon, but we just got to go out and take care of business and let the chips fall where they may. But if if you go out and win a district, you don't have to worry about points.
And the only time you're going to worry about points is where you're 1 through 4. That's it.
And that the goal ain't to be number 4.
So the goal, you don't want to be number 4.
The goal ain't to be number 4.
Because the number 4, number 5 of the game, that could be pretty tough.
The goal is just to win that thing and go about it. So.
Hey, guys, gentlemen, I wish y'all the best of luck this season and best of luck for Westport.
All right, man. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.